Have you ever wondered how and why horses become friends? Well, in this case, Echo, he's a coming 2-year-old, and Bowie, the paint horse, is a 12-year-old gelding. And the horse Echo had been going out with was a little more aggressive, and Echo was beginning to develop some bad habits that could even potentially become dangerous. Bowie, on the other hand, is just an easygoing guy, so we hoped that this experiment would work out. Horses, when they meet each other for the first time, they usually approach each other kind of slowly with soft eyes and arched necks and relaxed ears, so that they're showing interest but not aggression. And they are very careful not to invade each other's personal space too quickly, because horses respect and value boundaries. The next move is that they will typically start to sniff each other's noses, flanks, or withers, and this is to gather scent information. It's kind of like a handshake in horse terms. Often they'll mirror each other's movements, they'll shift their weight, paw the ground, or swish their tails lightly. They also communicate through their ear position, head height, and even their breathing patterns. Sometimes small displays like pinning their ears, switching their tail, or taking a quick step forward or backwards can be part of figuring out what their boundaries are. You might notice a nip or a light kick, and this is normal as long as it isn't aggressive. It's how they establish a social order. But we always monitor the first time horses are out together. We don't want them to perhaps really not like each other and get into a fight, which can be a scary thing with two horses. They're big animals. So that if they were to do that, we would be able to separate them and get them out and try again with another horse. Once they get comfortable, horses often begin grooming each other's withers or necks, and that's a sign that they're deepening their friendship and their trust. It also helps release endorphins and strengthen their social bond. Once they get to be friends, you'll often find them standing side by side, grazing near each other, or just kind of resting in sync. And over time, they form strong pair bonds, preferring each other's company and even getting anxious when separated. Next, we're going to meet a horse named Chip, who does definitely get very anxious when his friend isn't in his stall. You can see him shaking his head up and down. He calls for his friend, he vocalizes, and he is very, very stressed out. He's agitated that his friend isn't there. This is because horses are herd animals. They're not solitary creatures. They need companionship and social interaction that comes with living in a group. It can be very damaging to a horse's well-being to try to have them living alone. They should always have a companion. They feel safer and more secure when they have other horses around them like they do in a wild herd, especially during times of stress or danger. They rely on each other. They rely on each other for protection and companionship. As you can see with Chip, he's kind of shaking his head up and down, calling out for his friend. He does not like it when his friend's not in his stall. Chip is almost a little bit neurotic. Definitely he is stressed right now. But you'll see in a second when we go to bring his next door neighbor into his stall, Chip gets pretty excited and relieved. Right now he's anticipating Rico coming into his stall, which there we go, Rico's in his stall. Chip is much happier and he's so glad to see that he's back.